Yeah, that's a good track, man. When I first heard that shit, man, that shit touched me, dude.
It's kind of cool. I haven't heard it in a while myself.
Yeah, because I mean that's all I got up on here is your Juggalo Agenda album, but I've actually went and downloaded all your shit that you got for free and whatnot. All that shit's good. Not all of it's written like Juggalo shit like this, but you know it's all good nonetheless.
That could be a controversial issue for some. I mean, some people don't like non-psychopathic artists making Juggalo-related music, but you know, something compelled me to speak my voice about issues that my friends and I talk about all the time. And I know a lot of Juggalos that eat, sleep, and shit ICP and Dark Carnival, and a lot of people really vibe to the music that I made, and it's all tribute music. You know, it's all meant to lift up the whole you know, Juggalo community. When I have something in my head, I need to get it out, like, you know, there's no stopping me. So what I had to do was I put together Juggalo Agenda, which is a whole album of all the Juggalo thoughts in my head that I just had to put to music, and I got that out of my system last year so I could move on to some other, you know, content.
And I can't wait to have you back at the Shangri-La Resort, man. You tore it up there last year, and you're going to tear it up again this year for us.
That stage was the shit, you know. A friend of mine got a message on MySpace the other day saying that, I don't know, some guy was just camping out in that general area in the Chaos District, and he just, like, heard my my tribute to ICP, Dear Joe and Joey, and I guess, you know, he had never heard it before, but just chilling at the gathering, hearing that for the first time on the loudspeaker, thanks to you guys at the Shangri-La Resort.
Oh, yeah. Well, you mentioned your Dear Joe and Joey song earlier, and for all those out there who probably haven't heard it, it's a tribute to ICP, and I was talking with you right after the gathering, and you sort of explained to me what it started out as, and I think it'd be fresh to tell the Juggalos that, too.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I know it was 1999, because it was not yet the 21st century, when I started to... I mean, I was really into ICP for a few years and put together, you know, a thank you letter in song form. And these guys deserve, like, the biggest thank you ever. I took 2 years to write the song, and the 6 hadn't even been revealed yet. But by the time the Jekyll Brothers had come out, it was all coming to a head. And after the 6 came out, I put the finishing touches on it. 2 years later, I recorded it. I didn't even have the song on MP3 or CD or anything like that for 2 years after I had written it. I used to practice that shit in my car when I was driving around. And then after I got that shit recorded, it took me another 2 years before I even put it up on the internet, and eventually started shooting out links and sharing it with Juggalos. And 2 years after that, it had reached over 50,000 plays, and I had, you know, sent it off to Psychopathic Records to try and get a spot on the Bomb House stage, the open mic stage at the gathering, and getting a lot of positive feedback from people telling me that they really enjoyed the song and that it kind of touched them and stuff.
Oh yeah, and you know when I first heard that CD, it gave me chills like I was listening to the unveiling for the first time. You know, not those bad kind of chills, but you know those good, you know, carnival chills, as I call them. And when I first heard that, I was like, wow. I mean, I would never expect a song outside of Psychopathic done by some 15,000 hard. And Dear Joe and Joey actually did.
That's pretty much mission accomplished.
So you got a good 70,000 plus plays of Dear Joe and Joey all together. CDs and everything else you've given out with that on there.
I used to send emails out to people, and I used to shoot that track off to Juggalos through email. My first profile, the downloader was broken anyways, you know, flaking out on me. People couldn't download the song even if they wanted to, so I would actually manually email it to them. I probably sent out like a couple hundred emails, you know, that first year that I had it up there.
And since we did all this talk about Dear Joe and Joey, I'll give it a play here.
Juggalos, can you hear me? Juggalo Gathering 2003.
Dear Joe and Joey, and anybody else listening to this, may I have your attention for a few minutes? The Beastmaster is my name, the North Shore Juggalo, Torleif James. Relax, this track has no strings attached. Compact disc with a list of side effects, unless of course somehow it turns a profit. Then you Hefner sure to sue me for it. Thoughts in my head needed a vehicle. Thoughts in my head barely conceivable. Needles and pins, it's all been a whirlwind. Don't know the ending, so where do I begin? Circa 78, conceived in the blizzard, as prophesized by a Norwegian wizard. 80s and 90s, so desensitizing, seeing all these guys dropping like flies in the blink of an eye. I felt a change inside. I'm not gonna let this pass me by. I learned from experience, just trying to give a little back, so listen up or get bitch slapped. In 96, when I was 17, the Browse House Easter Sunday wrestling, Tommy B enthusiastically introduced me to a little something something off the Riddle Box L. Curiosity cracked open carnival doors when Malenko dropped in and out of record stores, but this was nothing in comparison to witnessing a clown show in person. Ninja's vision of heaven. In 97, Paradise, that Boston venue, had no clue what we were getting into. Dead center front row and no barricade, and at the end of the show we ended up on the stage, and the clowns don't they go all over us. Walked out of there feeling like $1,000,000. That adrenaline rush, you only know if you know, when you make that switch into a full-blown juggalo. Lupos, Avalon, Songus, Palladium. All of a sudden, I couldn't get enough of it. Had to fucking have it if it ran with a hatchet. Every EP and Joker's card I could get. Even hard to find tracks surfacing on the internet. And Shockumentary was wicked ironic, cause we acted like it before we even saw it. I'm not narrow-minded, never felt more alive, and we all survived and chanting. Props to Twisted. Don't even get me started. Batman raps, that's a whole nother seminar. Kid inside of me, sick of reality. Individual with a juggalo family. Tommy B holding down the floor of the scene with the cut rate crew ripping, know what I mean? Distance is nothing, unity means strength. A carnival lifeline of infinite length. In the meantime, we all just enjoying the ride till we twist and spin to the other side. All riled up, anticipating the sixth. Trying our best to avoid pissing contests. The Mannahatchee gear that you own is irrelevant. All you really need is clown love to represent. Remember this at the merchandise booth. You only got one life and your death is proof. ICP, thank you for the Joker's cars, Lotus Pod, and for this family of ours. We drop everything for our gatherings. No exaggerating, they're fresher than anything. For the shows going down, rain or shine, it's always raining, they go inside. We roll with y'all because we believe the Dark Carnival is forever. Like you said in 17, we're in this together. The carnival gets me high like marijuana, ecstasy, beautiful like Rihanna, diamonds, all up in a piñata. Hit 'em up if you want quick before you are goner. Think you gotta shine? Take a look at the lives you changed with this carnival surprise. Hell, I gotta shine equally bright. Swear to God, I'm not lying. My shine's damn blinding. Just a matter of time, man. Hear the unveiling straight up gave us goosebumps. And brother, I promise, he didn't trick us. It's justified, 10 years in one song. Inside, I know I knew it all along. In this complex matrix of technology, I don't need my Joker's card spelled out for me. It's time we told you how great you are. Our carnival unity, always top priority. I'ma be down with the clown till I'm dead in the ground. Look in my crystal ball, it's alright. Sit back, evolve, and I'll be alright. I'm chillin', I'm illin', with my guts all over the ceiling. Home to the monsters, roaming the land. I wanna come home, but you don't understand. Why do we do the things that we do? Wicked rhymes, wicked times, you too. Damn, I wish I could be a ninja. Damn, I wish I could be a ninja. How many souls will fall from the sky? How many souls burn wondering why? We know you hate who we are, but even in Shangri-La.